guys, it's Tony here. It's the day after Thanksgiving, which you know, everybody knows is Black Friday. I am in southern Indiana at a place I've been many times before, Morgan-Monroe State Forest. Currently on the Three Lakes Trail, which is a trail I filmed with my wife, I think in the spring, early spring this year. Anyways, today I'm doing a little bit different. There are two roughly 10-mile trails that almost connect. I'd have to do a little bit of a road walk to get to both, or to the other trail, which is the Low Gap Trail. And look at this view here. Beautiful. Beautiful day out today. Anyways, Low Gap Trail is another 10-mile trail. Like I said, it's just a little bit of a road walk away from here. So what I'm going to try and do is link the two of them and get my first real 20-mile day. I've done one technically, and it was 20 miles on one of those rails to trails kind of trails. So it was paved bike trail, straight line, almost no elevation change or anything. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and link these guys together, get my first real 20-miler in one day, and then head home and spend the weekend with my family. So that's the goal. Boy, what a difference a season makes. The last few times I've hiked this has been a rushing torrent of water, and today it's an easily skipped over trickle. So awesome. I was worried about getting wet feet this early, and happy to see that that was not a problem. I'm not sure if this is an injured deer or somebody killed it and was dragging it out. There is just this line of hair. It's got to be dragged out. So, and even though you may not be able to pick it up, I can still see like individual hairs. So I guess what that lets me know is they can hunt in this side of the park, so it was a good idea to wear bright colors. Okay, so this is where the reroute was previously, but it does look like it's open now, which is good. So I can actually take the actual trail, and it's been a while since I've done this section. I think the last 2 or 3 times I hiked it, this section was closed. So, alright. So, that over there is where I would normally park when I would do the Three Lakes loop. And so I walk here, from here I would walk out that way onto the road now, and then onto the parking space. Now I could walk along the road past that lot, probably a little less than a mile, and and meet up with the low gap trail. Or, according to the All Trails map, I can take this path through there and meet up with low gap on the other side. So I think I'm going to try taking this path. This new state forest headquarters is pretty cool. Really nice looking. New parking area. Looks like they've got some overflow parking on this side they've built for. Yeah, so very nice. I know there are some restrooms up here. But I am finally joined back up. So this may be an extra big parking lot because when I zoom in, part of that connector is the Tecumseh Trail. And the Tecumseh Trail is one of those the long distance trails in Indiana. It's about 40 some odd miles, and they are in the process of joining it to the Knobstone. So to make what would be like an 80, maybe even 90-mile trail. But that may be why they've built that overflow lot, is if that is the true end of the Tecumseh Trail, then, or beginning, depending on which way you're hiking it, then that would be a good spot for people to park and then hike out. So, yep, currently on the Tecumseh Trail, which appears to be blazed by a white rectangle. I don't know a ton about the Tecumseh Trail, other than it hikes along the low gap for the first few miles. Okay, so reached another parking lot, and I can go down that road a little bit, catch the low gap, or I can continue this way and be on the low gap already. But I'm gonna hike it backwards from how I've ever hiked it. And yeah, just to do something a little different. So we're just over 7 miles. It was about 7.3 miles. Finally turned off the road. So I was on that road for about 2 miles, I guess. And it was a gravel road. It was still nice. It just was not a trail like this. So I turned off of that. And if I kept following it, it was still the Tecumseh Trail. But I'm not going that way. So here we are, back on just the low gap, I believe, at this point. And it's about noon. So before too long, I'm going to try and find a spot to set up my chair, take my shoes off, take a little bit of a break. I don't really feel ready for a full lunch, but I do want to switch socks and grab some snacks. I am at exactly 8 miles from where I started, so just under halfway. And I found this little, looks like a little campsite, and this is where I'm going to take my shoes off break here for a few. It is 12:45 and I'm back on trail, like just got back on trail. Somebody just taking lots of shots over here. took about a 30-minute break, 25-30-minute break. Changed socks. I put Body Glide on my feet to help stave off any blisters. They actually feel great right now, to be honest. And yeah, so we're 8 miles in and 12-ish to go. Alright, that parking lot down there marked the halfway point. You know, assuming it's 20 miles dead, that was 10 miles from where I started. So yeah, it is 1:45. That means it took me 5 hours to get here to halfway, and obviously that means roughly 5 more hours to the finish. So we'll be finishing right around 7 o'clock, which will be in the dark. But all these numbers are pretty much what I thought. So yeah. So coming down that, it's about right there. Slipped and fell on my butt. Hurt. Could have been worse though. I guess I could have slipped and fallen up top and kept going. I just did the last real climb of Low Gap, if memory serves me. I mean, there are some little ups and downs, but pretty much it. I think the rest of the way I'm basically on road grade, forest road or logging road. I'm at 13.1, so 7 miles left, basically 2/3 of the way done, and I actually feel really good. It's kind of funny. On my way down, I listened to one of my favorite motivational speeches from a movie, which is from the movie Facing the Giants. It's about a high school football team. It's not a great movie, but that speech is fantastic. The message in it's great. But in the scene, some of you know what I'm talking about, but in the scene where the coach is trying to get one of the boys to be the leader in a positive way as opposed to being a negative influence on the team, and he has him do this bear crawl. He tells him he's gonna bear crawl to the 50-yard line, but he blindfolds him first, and then he's kind of encouraging him as he goes to keep going, keep fighting, and get to the end of the bear crawl, and the kid finally is like, I can't go any further, and drops down, and coach tells him to look up, and he's in the end zone. So he's more than doubled what he thought he could do, just because he had blinders on. And I think that is sometimes something that I struggle with. The idea that if I know exactly how far I need to go, and I focus on that finish line, I shortchange myself. So, for example, when I do like a 13-mile hike, which I've just done, but when it's a 13-mile hike and that's the length of the hike, typically around mile 7 or 8, I start getting real tight, real sore, and then it feels like a slog to get to the end. It doesn't feel like I can do it sometimes. But today, funny enough, you know, I forget my charge cord for my phone, so I can't look at it really to see how far I've gone very often. And I'm not looking at how much further I have to go or anything like that. It's just pull it up. Okay, I'm still on pace, and then put it away. And it's amazing how much different my body feels. And it's not like I'm in great shape right now. In fact, I'm in probably the worst shape I've been in about 2 years. After I got back from Isle Royale from being sick. And it took me about a month to really kind of get back to mostly normal. I'm still not 100%. I stopped. I almost kind of talked myself out of being somebody that would go outside and make videos and everything else. And that's actually kind of why I'm here, is to kind of reset, I guess. I've done a couple of short hikes, maybe 10 miles, 8 miles, since I got back, but nothing really. And I just feel like I needed to do something big. And I kicked around a couple of 3-day kind of things, like trying the Knobstone again, or going back down to Red River Gorge and hiking a different section of that. But that wasn't going to allow me to get rest and recover from the weekend and be ready for work and give my all at work. And it wasn't going to let me give my all to my family. So I'd settled on this, a single day trip, but I wanted to push myself. I wanted to do 20 miles on a trail, not on a bike path. And it's been good. It's been good for me. And I feel like I forgot my charge cord, because it was basically God's way of saying, you know, put on the blinders. Don't worry about how far you've got to go, how far you've come, anything like that. And, you know, basically that He's got me. And it's kind of held true. I've had a couple times where I started thinking about, oh man, my heel hurts, and you know, my back was bothering me. And I took some Advil for my back, and but my heel, I didn't really have anything that I could do about that. So I just prayed, and the pain went away, like almost instantly. It was like, hey, wait, my foot doesn't hurt anymore. And I'm not trying to turn this into a religious channel or anything like that, but it is a channel about me and my life in the outdoors. And for me, being in the outdoors is a way I connect back to God. And you know, I almost let that sickness kind of take that away from me. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be somebody who fights through when I need to fight through, and crosses the finish line, but doesn't focus on the finish line. So it's been really good for me to be out here. Okay, so I am back where I did the split below gap, and I either need to backtrack down the trail a little bit or road walk to the intersection. I think I'm going to do the road walk. I've already hiked that portion of the trail, and I'm not even 100% certain that I can pop out from the trail to the T road that I need to be on. And it's just through there. You probably can't see it, but it's just around the bend. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cross. We are officially hitting the trailhead for the Three Lakes Trail. Trying to eat some snacks right now because on that last section of Low Gap, I was physically just like getting tired. Like, I could just sit down and take a nap right now. My body feels great for how far I've hiked. No complaints at all. But I am hitting that wall of energy, I guess. So, eating some peanut butter crackers. As soon as I finish those, I'll move to my last granola bar. Give myself like a 500 calorie shot between those two things. And finish out this last five-ish miles. Sorry. So, okay, so I am around 17 and a half miles, maybe 18. I don't know if I'm pushing 18 yet. When I come down off of this logging road here in a little bit, I think I stay down in the valley essentially the rest of the way. There might be, no, that's not true. There is one more up that I can remember, and then it's like a little bit of an up when I get to the Bryant Lake. Sun is down, so I won't be able to film probably for too much longer, at least not film well, but that's okay. Still feeling pretty darn good. So, even though it looks pretty light in the camera, it's getting pretty dark out. But I'm going to put my headlamp on, maybe just around my neck, but turned on. I just heard somebody shooting, I assume hunting, and I don't think you're supposed to be hunting at this time of day since the sun should be down, but maybe there is like a 30 minutes after sundown or something, I don't know. But just makes me nervous that I could be mistaken for something in the low light. Okay, I don't think you can see them very well, but those stairs were built by a Boy Scout. Those stairs signify me being less than a half a mile from the end. It might be more like a third of a mile. and I'm over 21 at this point, and my body has had it. Well guys, I can see my car up there. I am done. I will let you know the distance as soon as I get up here. But I'm spent. It started raining. Not too hard, but it is raining. And I'm thankful that I got here in time to not have to stop and break out my rain jacket and stuff. There she is. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. 21.4. Now, to sit for 2 hours until I get home. Until I get home, and then try to get out of my car.
Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth connected.
Alright, so I just want to say thank you for joining along with me. I know this should be a little bit of a shorter video and a little bit of a different style, but hope you enjoyed it. Definitely leave me a comment letting me know what you think about the changes I made, if you'd like to see those continue or for me to go back to the other way. But thanks for joining me. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons. And until next time, I hope you can get out and enjoy an adventure of your own. Bye.